alaikum guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Qkea. If you're new here, smash on that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and follow me on Instagram. So today I am going to be talking about my hijab story, and something inspired me to do a video like this, and it's the fact that I am seeing, certain Muslim women taking off their hijab. I feel like, first of all, it is not really advisable for you to start something and then stop. Okay, what I mean by this is, when it comes to the hijab, it's the easiest aspect of being a Muslim. The easiest. Best believe it. I think it's easier than making dua. It's easier than praying. It's easier than, a lot of things that is required of us as Muslims. So in a case where you hear that someone that is an influential person, she has always been known as a hijabi, and all of a sudden she stands up and just says, oh, you know what, I'm taking off my hijab. The backlash is too much. Everybody's complaining about the way I'm dressing. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's saying that. Why do I have a hijab on and I'm doing this? Why do I have a hijab on and I'm saying this? We must first remember that Islam is perfect. Muslims are not. Just because you wear a hijab doesn't make you a perfect person. Nobody is perfect. So when you start wearing the hijab, it shouldn't be something that you say it comes with a lot of disadvantages. As far as I'm concerned, wearing the hijab has a lot of advantages. For instance, your hair. On a day where your hair is very rough and then you're looking upside down, once you wear your hijab, it just gives you this corporate look. So I see no reason, it doesn't make sense to me till this date why people take off their hijabs. It really doesn't make sense to me. The hijab doesn't come with a rule book, and even if it does, it doesn't say it is it doesn't say that it's compulsory for you to just start at once and become an expert at once. A lot of people that are wearing the hijab don't even know what it's all about. Some of them just wear it, as a step moving forward. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. Let me go back to my hijab story. Yeah. So I have always been the type to cover my hair, alhamdulillah. Although at some point in my life, the whole social thing came in between me and my scarf, and at some point it was coming off. So in case you're wondering what this is my lipstick. I have two shades on, so I had to test them on my hand. Yeah. So when I was in primary school, obviously you're not really, if you didn't go to an Islamic primary school, then I'm sure back then there was nothing like as a Muslim you have to cover your hair in primary school. So I didn't go to a Muslim primary school. I just went to a normal society primary school. So it was like everyone, Muslims and Christians, and you couldn't really tell the difference because everyone's hair was open, so it wasn't compulsory. Now in secondary school, the secondary school I went to, it wasn't it wasn't allowed. You wear your school uniform and there is no scarf, there's no hijab, there's no skull cap. Although now the students in that school are allowed to wear skull caps on top of their school uniform. But for the day wear, that I was in a boarding school, so for our compound wear, you can wear your cap, you can wear your veil, and I chose to always go out with my cap or veil. And I think I started that in SS1. SS1 is 10th grade, I guess. But yeah, I started covering my hair on my day wear in SS1, 12th grade. Then from there, obviously at home I was always covering my hair, alhamdulillah. And then in uni, that was the point where I had to discover myself and be like, okay, is this the life you want to live? Do you want to go out with your hair open, or do you want to go out with your hair closed? Now, there were a lot of events in school where obviously I'll go out with my hair open, and you know, like, there was really nothing special to it, and a part of me knew that this is not where I want to be. I'm not comfortable with my hair open. Like, by uni, I knew that even when I went out with my hair open, I wasn't really comfortable, but I just did it, like following the crowd and everything. And that was where I realized that, okay, this is who I want to be. I don't want to be a hijabi because, it's a trend or whatever. I want to do it because I feel more comfortable with my hair covered. Now, it's not really always about rough hair and blah blah blah, but I take the rough hair aspect to my advantage because I feel like nobody really knows what's going on in my hair. I could go bald now and nobody's going to know because they have always known me to be a hijabi. So, like, it's something I have grown with. It's not something I started now. And alhamdulillah, I keep saying alhamdulillah because I feel like I'm lucky to be comfortable in my hijab. Because I think something that the sisters are struggling with is the fact that they are still trying to know whether they want to wear the hijab or not. And when you ask some of these ladies, they will tell you the hijab doesn't mean that I'm not a good Muslim. The hijab doesn't mean that I don't pray. The hijab, no, sister, it is your identity. It is what differentiates you. In most cases, it is something that when they see you, they know that, okay, she's a Muslimah. I'm not even going to delve much into that whole identity thing, but even if you want to be a sinner, wear your hijab. You see, I know a popular YouTuber that recently is having issues with her hijab. And for that reason, she's having people like, before, when she started YouTube, she wasn't into hijab. She was always with her hair open and everything. That didn't make her a bad person or a slut, but she found the light, or she saw a reason in herself to wear the hijab. And when you ask her, she's always like, okay, she decided to wear the hijab because she wants to become a better person. Now, these days she has backlash. There's a lot of people coming on her channel telling her things about, oh, you're wearing the hijab, then why is your outfit fitted? If you know you're going to wear fitted outfit, then leave your hair open. You see, the hijab, for people that haven't, like, even me, I grew up wearing the hijab, but it's still a process. It's still something I'm learning how to respect. But it doesn't mean that because I'm learning, I'm just going to take it off and do me, Some people will say, oh, you're a hijabi, you shouldn't take pictures, you're a hijabi. They've given rules to this hijab thingy, and first of all, it's about covering your hair, and then every other thing follows. So once you can get it right with covering your hair, then every other thing should be a step-by-step process. It's not something you should rush into, and that's why the social media is encouraging backlash on hijabis. You have a lot of Muslims what's that word, criticizing hijabis, and telling them things about oh, you're a hijabi, you shouldn't do this, you're a hijabi, you shouldn't do that. Like, who the hell are you to point fingers? Nobody's perfect. If you see a sister that is wearing just a cap and she's trying to cover her hair, encourage her. Even if she's wearing the cap with a bomb shirt, encourage her. Eventually she's going to see light. Eventually Allah is going to open the way for her, simply because she's even looking at a reason to cover her hair. A lot of Muslim ladies will say, oh, you know what, just because I don't cover my hair doesn't mean that I'm a bad Muslim. And no, you're not a bad Muslim, but it's part of the rules. It's the easiest as far as I'm concerned. It's not about, my heart is clean, so if I wear the hijab or if I don't wear the hijab, what matters is in the heart. My dear, the identity must be seen. You see, let me give you a very good example. The mother of Jesus Christ, alayhi salatu wasalam, Prophet Isa, Maryam, aka Mary. Nobody in this world has seen her hair, maybe except her family members. But right now, in this generation, nobody has seen her hair. Even the Christians that put her statues out there, in all the pictures of Mary, in all the statues of Mary, you would never see her hair. Nobody in this generation knows what the length of Mary's hair is. Nobody knows whether her hair is black, red, blonde. Nobody knows. Rindap, do you know? Do you know what Mary's hair looks like? Is her hair open? You don't know?
It's not open.
You are saying you don't know?
No, you are asking me either did I know how you are?
Yes. What I'm saying is, does she not wear a veil?
No, I've never seen it but that is the Jewish
picture.
Tradition. That is the Jewish tradition.
Okay, but her pictures, or
pictures, yeah,
the statue that you see, what does she have on her hair?
Every time she covers.
Every time she covers her hair. Good. Now this is a Christian. He's not even Muslim. So if you're going to say, oh, you know what, I don't want to cover my hair because it's in the heart and blah blah blah, it doesn't work that way. Like, this is the rule book. This is the identity. You should cover your hair. Everyone can fall victim at any point. Sometimes even me that I'm sitting down here, I could be tried and tested. A time could come, God forbid, that I would just feel like, you know what, let me take off this hijab. SubhanAllah, I don't even want that time to come. So if you're a Muslim sister and you're watching this video, the hijab is not just about covering your hair. It's not just about religion is in the heart. Let it be seen. Don't just be a Muslim by mouth. Don't just be a Muslim by name. The easiest way of identifying yourself as a Muslim is through this, covering your hair. If you start by taking that little step, if you start by just, you know what, covering your hair for a while, even regardless of what you're wearing under, because that is a different topic on its own. But for now, the best you could do for yourself, if you want to take the journey to modesty, is to cover your hair, even if it's just with a cap. For every time you're going out, start by using turbans, and then from there gradually you're going to grow into wearing your hijab. It's advisable. So when you see Muslim ladies that are going out with their hair open, it's not something that should be encouraged by saying religion is in the heart. So before I start going round and round and round in circles, this is my hijab story. I'll see you in my next video, inshallah. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, assalamu alaikum.